This is the interview that the FBI had with Letitia Stout. So this is the officer. So shortly after Letitia Stout was arrested for murder, this FBI agent went to her jail cell and decided to question her.
Do you know why you're here? Did they inform you, the officers, of why you're under arrest?
I'm under arrest.
Yes.
For what?
For Gannon stops. A warrant was issued out of Colorado.
Okay, but no, someone could have just called me. A big thing I would have.
Yeah, and apologize for that. Because of the nature of the warrant, it being a murder warrant, there's, and that's what I'd like to talk with you about today. That's why we're not having a cast of thousands here and whatever, is we would like to get to the bottom of what happened there. I know that a lot of things have gone on with your life, a little bit of how this turned out. Okay, but because you were arrested, you're not free to leave. I need you to sign an advice of rights before we can talk.
Well, I mean, so I'm getting charged with what now?
So you were charged in a judge in Colorado Springs signed off. Have enough manpower to work it.
Okay.
So they called the FBI.
Right. So Gannon is murdered.
That's what the evidence shows.
Okay.
And I'm happy to share with you evidence, but we can't have a conversation unless you're advised of your rights.
Okay, what am I right?
You don't have to answer any question.
Oh, I am.
Okay, so I'm not going to force you to answer anything. If you want this interview to be done, it's done. So I'd like you to initial these as we go through them. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before questioning if you wish.
Shortly after Letitia Stout was arrested for murder, this FBI agent went to her jail cell and decided to question her. He was very professional. We got to see how he introduced himself, how he handled reading her rights. We've been able to watch how she's spoken, what her body language is. She seems very relaxed, very calm. Again, more of the same, not remorseful, wild tales of things that aren't true to throw the case off. He also explained he's a federal agent and the state can bring up their charges and the federal government can bring up theirs. That is a question that I'm curious to find out about, if the federal government's planning on suing her, but I'm pretty sure if she's doing life in prison, they're probably not going to take that avenue, but we don't know. For this trial, he wants to make sure that so far all the evidence he has logged is the correct evidence that's admitted, leaving the attorneys over the weekend to confirm that everything he has admitted is everything that they show he has admitted. This witness that's on the stand, the FBI agent that actually met with Letitia when she was arrested for the crime of murder against Gannon. Again, this is before they found him. This conversation, this interview, the charge of murder, that happened days before they found Gannon's body in Florida. So they still haven't found him yet. And she's still in that mindset that they haven't found him. Yeah, he's obviously seasoned and trained to do this, probably has done hundreds and hundreds of interviews. I have not done hundreds and hundreds of interviews. And I remember those first few times. So it's one of the hardest things that I've had to learn to do. But I have, the last few interviews that I've done, I have noticed a major improvement